Please comment on the burning of a Jew deli in Toronto and the attack on Mayor Olivia Chow.
I mean, this is the outcome of enabling. When you enable them to take a bridge, they get hyped up, they see they're dominant, and they take it one step further. And they burned down a grocery store affiliated with the Jewish community with impunity. They got away with it. This means more attacks. So the next stage is physical attacks on Jews. We've had both in France and in the US, Islamists going into the homes of Jewish people, stabbing them, and then dragging their bodies out front as a trophy to show what they did. They're not hiding it. They're like, look what I did. And they'll sometimes draw, swastikas and all the other things. So this is the next step. It's going to happen in Canada. The next step is killing. And you saw the Olivia Chow skate protests. Like, how pathetic is Olivia Chow? They come with a banner that says they support Hamas. And there's harassing Olivia Chow and harassing her they're harassing civilians, supporting a terrorist organization in front of the mayor. And her response is, why are you doing this to me? I support a ceasefire. Didn't you see what I do? I'm one of the good ones. What Olivia Chow essentially said is, why are you coming and doing this to me? I said anti-Semitic things. Go to the Jewish community, harass them there. Like, why are you coming to me? I'm your friend. I support you. I support Hamas. I support your position. Hamas supporters, why are you coming to me? Attack the Jews. That's what she said. And that's what it translates to. So what are they going to do? They just got a green light from the mayor. They're going to attack the Jews. This is how they are. This is how they always have been. And they're going to continue doing this. And the same guy leading the bridge protests, he was in a Maple Leaf hockey jersey with number 48 with Palestine in the back, big Islamist beard. He's openly, he's not for peace. Destroying Zionism completely. One state solution, no Jews, ethnically cleanse all the Jews. Why people mistreat Palestine, blah, blah, blah. Kill all the Jews is his position, and he supports Hamas. And this is the person going to the bridge for peace. A peaceful annihilation of Jews. We just want to peacefully kill all the Jews, and that's a position. It's absurd, but they're allowed to get away with it because our society is in utter disrepair. And to all the people who've been pushing this sort of coexistence nonsense, this, critical race theory, this, all cultures are equal, multiculturalism is a policy, it's failed. It's failed. We undermined Canada as a nation state, and we lost track of the fact that you need to be Canada, and people can integrate into Canada, and Canada can be multicultural and ethnically diverse. But if you don't have a core set of Canadian values that people can assimilate into, something where you can identify, because listen, someone comes in from South Korea speaking South Korean, and then someone comes in from Pakistan speaking Urdu. How are they possibly going to coexist in any meaningful way if you don't have a core set of Canadian values? They aren't forced to learn English or French in Quebec to have some way to actually talk to each other. But if you go and you say, well, there's nothing good with our society, we're committing genocide, we're settlers, right? You see this thing. These people hate Canada too. They saw chanting, no peace on stolen land is their claim. They don't, just how Israelis don't deserve basic human rights and can be raped and slaughtered with impunity because they're settlers, they think you're settlers too. They think, ironically, not them. Right? They're all Arabs from the Middle East, fine, but they're immigrants to Canada. Aren't they settlers then? What happens if someone in the Ojibwe tribe says, I don't like them blocking the bridge, takes a machete and just heads, chopping off. They're settlers. I'm indigenous, they're settlers. What's the logic here? So these people are a danger to our society on every single level, and the establishment is totally, if not asleep at the wheel, at best asleep at the wheel, at worst actively enabling and supporting this, as you saw by the police handing them donuts and coffee.
But from a liberal Canada perspective, what actions should be taken?
Well, you have to enforce the laws. We need a law in the book against the glorification of terrorism. We had it, Trudeau took it away in 2015, so it needs to go back. The glorification of terrorism needs to be against the law. So when you come with the banner supporting Hamas, you're glorifying terrorism, grab them, boom, grab them, boom, grab them, boom. Like, when these people are breaking the laws, when they're harassing people, Antifada is an open call for genocide. Let them from the river to the sea. But when they call for Antifada, revolution, one solution, promotion of genocide, grab them, charge them, grab them, charge them. If they see that there's consequences to their actions, they will it's a deterrence. You will see less of them. When they see there's no consequence to their actions, they get bolder and bolder and bolder. At some point, the police have to step in force. And yes, the left is going to scream, and the Marxists and the Palestinians are going to scream racism, scream to the hills. But sorry, you got to put the riot gear on like you did the Freedom Convoy, go in and start grabbing the people breaking the law and put them in jail, have them face charges, and keep them off the streets for a couple of days, put them on peace bonds, and take out a lot of the key leaders. Like, we know a lot of the key leaders of this, they're vicious anti-Semites, they hate Canada. We've seen their Twitter accounts, we've seen what they say. Get them off the streets. Get them off the streets and they're breaking the law. Like, you cannot willfully promote genocide in Canada. And Antifada is called for genocide and violence. Like, can't do it. Like, listen, if I was leading a protest and started saying kill all the Arabs, cleanse the Arabs, police would come and stop that. They would come and stop that, as they should. But the other way around, it's not. So as long as you continue to enable it, it will get worse. If you put in some deterrence, it will get better.